Hello and welcome to episode 14 of the podcast for the recently diagnosed. This is my Parkinson's journey, video journal, or whatever you want to call it. I've been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease since March of 2022, and I've had a few people that have talked to me or asked questions about what specific supplements I am taking. And I just figured I would go over everything that I am currently on for one reason or another. And you may or may not find this of interest. If you don't, just click away and go to something more interesting to you. Anyhow, hopefully most of the people who are looking at this have some sort of interest in it anyway. So the first thing I want to talk about is I'm on UCB 0599, which is a study drug for Parkinson's. It's currently in a phase 2 trial, and the brand, or the actual name of the drug, is ninzasolmin. I have a couple of notes here and there, possibly blown away, I don't know. Anyhow, ninzasolmin is the name of the drug. That's MINZASOLMIN, and that comes in this handy dandy little container that, well, basically you push on it and open it up, and there's all of my drugs for the week for this particular drug trial. I am currently in phase 2. I was also in phase 1 of this, which I didn't know whether I was actually taking the drug or whether I was taking a placebo, but that is what I'm taking currently, along with there's my notes blowing away in the breeze. Sinemet, which is carbidopa levodopa 25-100, which I take 3 times a day. In addition to that, just generically speaking, I also take blood pressure medicine and medicine to reduce my this is the joy of doing live, no editing sort of journal. Sometimes the brain is like, I don't know what I'm talking about, or I do know what I'm talking about, but just lose track of things I want to say. But reducing the cholesterol, so I'm taking a cholesterol reducing medication, a statin. So those are kind of sort of generic, as is like a Centrum 1 a day multivitamin, which my doctor recommended. I'm also taking an NAD plus, which I'm going to just show that, but it's not something I'm continuing to take, this particular brand anyway, because there's an NAD plus supplement which also includes NR, which is a type of vitamin B3, which is supposed to be good for your neurological symptoms and cognitive skills. So hopefully there's a motorcycle in the distance. So hopefully the new drug that I'll take will be a little bit more effective. I've been taking the NAD plus for about 3 months now and haven't noticed anything in particular, which is kind of challenging with any drug where I have a progressive disease. So if I'm not noticing any change, that's really technically a good thing, because I could be noticing changes, decline in cognition or whatever. So maybe that drug's working, but I'm just not even, there's no measurable way to tell if your health is not getting worse, whether a drug is actually impacting you or not. So continuing to take that. This is one drug I highly recommend. This is glucosamine and chondroitin. This particular one also contains MSM and turmeric. This is really good for joints. Not the kind you smoke, but actually the kind that you have in your body. But that's supposed to help with cartilage and ligaments and like the lubrication of joints so you can move better. A lot of people with Parkinson's have issues with joint pain and also stiffness. So I've taken that for a while, quite a number of years, even before I had Parkinson's, and I do notice that I have more stiffness in my joints when I don't take it. Like a couple times I've thought, maybe this isn't doing any good, and I stopped taking it. and within a few weeks I'm definitely noticing a change. So that's something I'll always be on. The other thing that I've been on for quite a while is creatine monohydrate, which is a drug, which is a powder that is good for muscle recovery. So if you are working out, which you should be working out no matter what age you are and whether or not you have Parkinson's, you should be remaining physically active because that helps quality of life in general. I've been on creatine monohydrate for a long time. I've always been kind of a gym rat, and I find that really to be a very solid supplement. Has a lot of scientific studies that have been done on it. But the reason I'm also including it now is because someone in my the Greater Charleston Parkinson's support group that I go to, was on a clinical trial taking creatine monohydrate, and he found that it was very helpful for him. So because his recommendation, and he's had Parkinson's for like 19 years, I think, and gets around pretty well, and that is enough for me to say, hey, it's worth a shot, especially when I know that it helps a lot in muscle recovery anyway, so there really is no downside to that. The next thing I'm taking is, this is just a bulk supplement bag. I'm not recommending anything in particular, any particular source, but this is a lion's mane extract. And lion's mane mushroom, there have been studies done that it helps with your neurological function, so your cognition and that sort of thing. My son-in-law is working on his master's degree and is really into mycology, and he turned me on to a few studies and recommended I take that. So basically I put this creatine monohydrate and the lion's mane along with like half a scoop of protein powder, which I don't have on the table, but it's just generic protein powder, just to kind of help to mask the flavor, because they're not particularly delicious. They're more kind of earthy tasting, and then it's even more earthy tasting when I add in this, which is dandelion root. So dandelion root has been studied and contains a lot of vitamins, so that's really a good thing in general, and vitamins that you don't normally get from your everyday consumption of food, more than likely. But also this has been not scientifically proven, but there have been a lot of people that I've talked to who swear by this as far as helping with cancer recovery and or prevention of cancer. So, you know, I don't know that that part is accurate, but I do know that it contains a lot of vitamins, and I, you know, will hope that perhaps because of the prostate cancer that I had, which is now completely gone, awesome, thank you science, I went through radiation treatment for that after it was discovered in stage 1, and everything's good to go. But doesn't hurt to add this in. So I usually add, I have the dandelion root, the creatine monohydrate, and the lion's mane extract in with a protein shake once a day, usually after I work out or get off of the treadmill or whatever, you know, sort of exercise to help me with recovery. So there it is. I'll put some links in the description of this video to some of the scientific studies and other links to the stuff that I've seen on the lion's mane, and also the stuff that I've seen on the dandelion root. So hopefully you found this of interest. If you didn't, hey, maybe you'll find my next podcast to be a little bit more interesting. I think the next one I'm going to do is going to be on climbing, because I've recently started doing some wall climbing, and that's been a very interesting experience and something that I really enjoy. So take care. Have a good day.